Alright, this is a companion video I'm putting together for a blog post that I'm writing right now on quality. Blog post called Indie Book Quality, The Four Things. So in it I discuss the four things that the indie author has some control over as to the final quality of the book. I have another blog post along these lines that will probably come out tomorrow, which answers some questions about the myth called the tsunami of crap myth. Joe Conrath has really destroyed that myth, but I'll talk a little bit about that in the blog that comes out tomorrow. But for this one about indie book quality, I wanted to do a little companion video. So this is not an unboxing, although these are some pretty cool books. Alright, so one of the things I'm discussing in the article is that we do have some control over the quality of the product that we're putting out. More control than mainstream published authors have, because once they sign that contract, everything's really out of their hands. And it's true that there are bad quality books in the mainstream published world as well. But what is possible for indie authors is that we not only can produce a better product that we can maintain, because we can constantly fix errors as they're found, if there are any, but we have full, complete creative control of the final product. And so as part of what I'm trying to do this year is not only improve the quality of the product I'm putting out in every one of these four phases, which is writing, editing, formatting, and cover, but I'm also trying to show other writers and new writers that are coming along that a good percentage of what the reader finally thinks about your book has to do with these four things. In fact, almost all of it has to do with those four things. And the quality that's available to us now that we have all of these tools is really, really high. In fact, I think it's higher in many cases than what the mainstream pubbed authors can put out. So as an example, I have a few books here I wanted to show you. First one is Silo Archipelago. Now this one has the glossy finish. I have since gone to the matte finish, since CreateSpace now offers a matte finish. But this is a Jason Gurley cover, and it is awesome. I get probably more comments about this cover than just about any other ones when people actually see it. And this is a book that I wrote that's in the world of Hugh Howey's Wool. It's a fanfic book about yay thick, but I've got an awesome quality cover that's as good as anything you'll find out there. And my formatter, Stuart Stonger, did some incredible things. I mean, the quality of the formatting is really, really good, better than you're going to find in most published books. In all of the three parts, he did some artwork there that is at the beginning of each one of the sections. There's 3 sections in the book. See if I can find a second section. So here's part 2, and they're all different. You see the little roots coming out from below the portal there. Those have something to do with the story. And then on each chapter, he did a really neat deal with some books, because the story is about books. You see the one there in the top corner with the books, and every chapter that number moves a little bit. 2, it's moved over just a little bit. And as you go through the book, this is a subconscious thing that the reader does notice, but that number is moving. So, when you get down towards the back side of the book, the number's way down to there. And this is just, it's a self-published book. It's done really, really well, but it's professionally produced. Nick Cole is a friend of mine. He wrote the Wasteland Saga. I highly, highly recommend this book, and I know that he wouldn't mind me using him as an example, because this is a mainstream published book. This is published by Harper Voyager. It's a fantastic book. It's a better book than this cover is. I like this cover, but the book is better than this cover is. and it's a nice matte finish. But the formatting in this is good. It's good. I mean, it's a good looking book. But there's nothing in this book that you can't do. Not one thing. There's no artwork in the book. It is very well formatted, but it's really just what it is. The words, the writing is phenomenal. But you know, anybody out there can put out a book that with the aesthetics are as good as this book. Buy this book, by the way. Really, really good. All right, this is my own Wick Omnibus. Again, this is the shiny glossy cover. I've since gone to the matte, but I don't have any of the matte covers with me right now. But this is a thick book, and the words are real tiny, because this thing would have been about twice this thick if we had used, you know, 12 or 13 point type for the book. But again, I have a Jason Gurley cover. He did a nice little wrap around with the picture. And my formatter, Stuart, I have a section at the beginning of the book, praise for Wick, and that's a couple of pages long. I got that, copied that from Ernie Klein's book, Ready Player One. The splash page is awesome. And then that theme continues, because the book was originally 4 novels, and each one we call a knot. There's knot 1, which is book 1 of the series, and the formatting is just really, really nice. It's really nice. The words are kind of small because we wanted to be able to make the book affordable, but when you get to the second book of the series, now look at that. So, you know, I refute and refuse to accept the idea that because a book is independently published, that somehow it's of less or worse quality. Right? And this one is Hugh Howey's Sand. Now, this is one of the prettiest covers I think I've ever seen. Nice matte finish. It's just gorgeous. This is also a Jason Gurley cover. I'm kind of nervous about opening it up. I think we got most of the sand out of it, but Hugh put sand in the book before he sent it. So, this is a beautiful wraparound cover. The fonts are awesome. The colors are awesome. But look what he's done here. It's an awesome map. Incredible. It's got some artwork by Ben Adams, and I'm hoping to use Ben Adams for the artwork in the Pennsylvania Omnibus when it comes out. But look at the formatting here. This is better. It's not as good as the stuff coming out of mainstream publishing. It's just better. You know, this is lovingly produced. And so this is just a companion video I wanted to make to prove my point. Look at my blog, michaelbunker.com. If you're watching the video on Facebook, then just go to michaelbunker.com and read the blog, and read tomorrow's blog too, about the tsunami of crap myth. And if you're just now read the blog, then just tune in tomorrow for the second part. All right, thank y'all.